What's up, guys? Tristan here, and I'm going to bring you my updated February 2018 Lightsworn deck profile. Before the ban list, I really had my heart set out on Magicians, and then they hit Double Iris and they hit Skull Crobat. I got a tiny bit upset because I never got to play the deck full power at an event, but whatever. And then I realized that Damage Juggler came off the list, and David was telling me how it's like broke with Brilliant Fusion. And sure enough, Damage Juggler makes this deck so much better. Oh my gosh. Before the ban list, when we knew Curious came out, this list was going to be a lot different than what it is right now. But then with the inclusion of Damage Juggler, this deck just becomes so much more insane. So many more combos are out there. So I'm going to bring you my deck list, and I think I'm going to do a couple combo videos later in the week. Definitely let me know if you guys want to see those, because there's a couple 2- and 3-card combos that can just net you just a ton of graveyard advantage, and so the deck's really insane. So we're going to get right into it. This is definitely a working deck list. There's things in here that I want to change, but I haven't brought this to a tournament yet, and so that's going to really determine on if my changes I want to do are actually good or not. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated on how the deck is doing. So for our Lightsworn engine, we run 2 Raiden, 2 Lumina, 2 Lightsworn Lila, and then we got our 2 Felice and our 3 Wolves. So these are all of our Lightsworns. I kind of want to, after the Fargo Regional a couple weeks ago, I wanted to bump up Raiden to 2, just because you want to see it so often. But I really have my heart set on 45 cards. I do not want to go over with this list, because otherwise the consistency is just kind of whack. So I'm dealing with this right now. I really like the 5 Monster Mill, and then Lightsworn Lila. She's still good against Pendulum. She's still just that extra Mill 3. And then Lumina obviously is Lumina. You can do all the shenanigans. Next up for our Warrior package, we got 2 Goblinberg and 2 Photon Thrasher. I'm sticking with the 2 and 2. Before the ban list, I was going to play 3 Thrasher, 1 Goblinberg, just because it's that extra light monster. But I kind of like this right now. Goblinberg with the inclusion of Damage Juggler, which means you get Hat Tricker, which is an Earth monster. It really helps you go into Curious, not only with your lights, but with your Earths. And so Goblinberg just regains so much more importance, which was really crazy. So I'm really liking the 2 and 2. If anything, I'd maybe put this up to 3, just because it can help you unbreak your hands, unlike Photon Thrasher. Next up, we have our Performages. So the Homeboy Damage Juggler, and they got Hat Tricker, and then of course we have Trick Clown. I've been playing Trick Clown for a while now, just because it's like an extra Fleece, extra Wolf. But now with Damage Juggler, this just opens up so many more opportunities. So what you want to do usually is you want to send this off of Brilliant Fusion to add your Hat Tricker, and then Hat Tricker is an Earth, and so is your Seraph Knight. So now you can make Mrs. Radiant super easy, or if you have Goblinberg as well in your hand with the Brilliant Fusion, that's an instant Curious. So that's really awesome. And then let's say you mill the Hat Tricker, you can add Trick Clown, and so then you can additional normal, you can link, and then you get the Hat Tricker still, or the Trick Clown still. So it just opens up so much more opportunities in the deck, and I love it so much. It's so nutty. Then of course, engine requirement, run the 1 Garnet. I'm currently running the Giant Rex still, and the 2 Gold Sarks. The nice thing about this is it's an Earth monster, so again, with the Curious, if you have like Gold Sark, Brilliant, that's an instant Curious. So there's a lot of different 2-card, 3-card combos in this deck, so that's why I feel like you still need to run this. And then also just banishing off Snow to get instant rank 4 or whatever, still really good. So we're still running him. Then of course we have our God card, 3 Fairy Tale Snow. I don't think I need to explain this to you guys. I cut Orbital Hydrolander to 2. I really want to cut it to 1. At Fargo, I lost a lot of times because I'd open this card, or I'd open multiples, and if you open multiples of this in your opening hand, you just auto lose unless you have like I said, like Charge Gold Sark or something like that. The card's really amazing, but at the same time, if you see it at the wrong time, you just lose. And so I don't know. It's at 2 for right now. It might be cut to 1 at some point. And then for our hand traps, we're just playing the 3 Ash. You don't want to brick with too many hand traps, and we don't have max C anymore, so we're just going to run with this. You can run Ghost Ogres if you don't have Ashes. I'm considering doing like 3 Ash, 3 Ghost Ogre, but again, it depends on how the format shapes up. So that's it for all the monsters. It should be 28, I believe. Next up, we have 3 Charge, 3 Solar, and then our 3 Brilliance for our 3-ofs. Before the ban list changed everything with this deck. It got me so hyped for this deck. But before the ban list dropped, I really hated Lightsworn with just like the Brilliant Fusion. Like not even like the Plant Engine, like if you just ran the Brilliant Fusion engine. I really hated it because if you didn't have like a really good hand, you just had the Seraph Knight take up your extra monster zone and it was completely useless. So, but now with, you have your Gold Sarks, obviously, you have your Goblinberg, but then especially with Damage Juggler, just Brilliant Fusion, send Damage Juggler, instant Hat Tricker, so it's an instant just, at least misses Radiant, if anything. So I really enjoy this, and then 3 Solar, 3 Charge, there's not much to explain with that. Next up, we got our 2 Gold Sarks. Like I said, you have to play it with the Giant Rex, and I've enjoyed it so far. Hasn't been too big of an issue. Next up for our 1-ofs, we have Soul Charge, and our boy Monster Reborn's back. That's insane to say. This definitely helps the deck having 2 Reborns, just because, let's say, the Ghost Ogre or something, or you're going into back row, like the Strike or something. It helps you just extend your plays, and who doesn't like to Monster Reborn or Raiden, you know. It's really fun. Then we have board wipes. We have Rugeki Dark Hole. You just want to be covered if you go second. And then we have 1 Foolish Burial and 1 Rhoda. So that's it for the main deck. We are at 45, like I said. I want to put evenly matched in there, but I don't know if I can cut enough. I also want to add a 3rd Raiden, so we'll see what happens. Next up for the extra deck, of course you have 2 Minerva, because it's Lightsworn, obviously. Then we have 1 Castell, 1 Tornado Dragon, 1 Baguska, 1 Diamond Direwolf, and then we have the Utopia package. So that's it for the rank 4 NXCs. It's been alright. I like the majority of this. I like Direwolf, I like Tornado, I like Castell, kind of. And then Utopia Minerva you kind of have to play. Baguska is kind of just there just in case like you really brick or you just want to slow down your opponent, if anything. But it's definitely a card you can cut. And it is definitely a card I probably will cut in the future because I need to add a card in here still that I have not gotten yet. So that's it for the C's, like I said. And then for the Synchros, it's just 1 Michael and 1 Omega. I would like a second Omega in here, but there's just not room. And you don't go into it too often, but like the times you do, it's like, oh, well, damn, I can't. So, yeah. We got the 1 Seraph Knight, obviously, because we're running Brilliant Fusion. And then for the links, we have 1 Mrs. Radiant, 1 Curious, 1 Decode Talker, and 1 Borlo Dragon. I really want to add Yugioh Skull Dread, just because that card is absolutely amazing, and you can get the 4 monster summon pretty easily. I mean, it just depends on how you mill, I guess, so it's more luck based, but it's definitely like an amazing card. So I would probably cut the Baguska for that, but like I said, I need to do more testing with the deck, so we'll see what happens. And then I can show you my side for this format, but it's definitely not perfect. Because like I said, I want to add the evenly matched to the main, just so I have room for Kaijus on the side, but we don't have it right now. So 2 Droll. Things are still adding. It's really good against, what's it called, True Draco, so still need it. 3 Chaos Hunter. Chaos Hunter is just MVP. I still can't get over it. And then we got 3 Cosmic Cyclone for our back row removal. 3 evenly matched, like I said. And then we have our Solemn Brigade. So 2 Strike, 1 Warning, and 1 Judgment. I definitely want to run the Judgment just because it's Judgment at this point. It's just a really amazing card, but also it helps you against like the True Draco matchup, just so that now you have 2 ways to stop like a Masterpiece summon in case he is unaffected by traps, so like strike won't help you. So I definitely think those are necessary to play. But like I said, I want to add Kaijus in here, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's my Lightsworn deck for the 2018 format, February format. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys want to see some combo videos. There's definitely some cool and nutty combos on the deck. So yeah, like, subscribe, and I'll see you later.